All right, December 17th, transformational leadership.
That's a mouthful.
Can't say words today. Oh, thank you, Sandy, for the notes.
Of course.
So much help. Let's see. Shift from transactional to transformational. Move beyond tell, check, next to empower your team. Lead with outcomes, not instructions. Define what success looks like and let the team decide how to achieve it. Measure progress clearly. Use clear metrics so team members know how they're performing. Coach instead of micromanaging. Use coaching to develop skills and ownership. E.g., coach.
Example.
Oh, is that how they did it in the book?
Yes.
That we were listening to it, and he kept referring to the coach framework, and I'm like,
this is my favorite one. Other people's monkeys. So avoid taking on others' problems. Return ownership of tasks to your team. Build autonomy and growth. Transformational leadership builds capability, accountability, and scalability.
a lot of ability.
Whew, that's a lot of ability. A lot of ability in there, man. So, for me, it just the timing of all of the things that we're doing right now concurrently are kind of impressive. So, we part of our Cardone 360 training was to build out our job descriptions, which then lead into SOPs, which then also leads into metrics and how do we define success, and ultimately how do I get replaced in the day to day, and all of those things are happening as we're going through this book. So it's been pretty interesting how it all comes together. All right. See, Drew.
Yeah. I thought it was a great chapter. I missed the last couple ones, but I did read them, but I was out. I thought it was interesting when you pass the responsibility onto your team or your employees. They have more. Where's my notes? There it is. Forces staff to increase their capabilities, and they have staff will begin offering their energy, not only their skills. Employees have become more invested in their roles. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I like he had the example of somebody asked him about, I think it was recruitment or something, and he said, well, he walked them through like, well, did you try looking at other people's stuff? And like, he didn't give them the answers. He showed them how to go find the answers for themselves. And that's actually not that easy to do. I mean, I definitely tend to be like, oh, here's how you fix it, right? But the ability to let go, right? As business owners, especially, like we kind of get locked down into some thought habits of how things need to be done, or the worst is the ego of, oh, nobody knows how to do it except me, so I have to do it, or I have to, I got to make sure before anything goes out that it's all perfect. It really destroys the momentum, right? And it takes people's enthusiasm out of it, because if all they're doing is putting something together to then be criticized about, like, how much risk are they going to take if they're going to get, criticized for doing something? I think I know I'm working in that direction. I definitely need to learn how to coach better. Some things I do well, some things I not so much, but that's why we're here.
Yeah, I mean, that lead with outcome kind of ties back to like, what's the definition of done? If you cannot say this is when it's done, so go ahead and get there.
Yeah,
figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because go ahead.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Drew.
Oh, just each time you have to go and like tell them to do a new task, it distracts you from everything you're doing too. It's like you have that in the back of your head, like, okay, in like 20 minutes, that guy's going to be done with that. Now I got to find another thing for him to do. Instead, it's just like, go do this and then figure it out.
Yeah, that the standing there with someone watching them do it is also a way to drive yourself crazy because no one's going to do something the same exact way you do it. So it's I think it's good to identify the finish line and give them a chance to go and do their thing. A lot of people also, yeah, for me, like when someone's standing over me and I'm typing, it screws me up typing or whenever you're the one on the screen or manipulating the machine and people are all staring at you. I've seen it with other people. It's like I think what it is I try to go faster than I normally do. And it makes me screw up more on the keyboard. It's like, okay, just slow it down. Or you could take public speaking, for example. If you're speaking in front of a bunch of randos, a lot of times people talk really fast and they're not in their natural state. You almost black out if you're nervous when speaking. It's like, what is that movie? Blacked Out. Can't remember. It's a Will Ferrell movie. Oh, it's Old School.
Yeah. The debate.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Sandy's like, what are you talking about? What is this old
Really?
school movie?
Oh my gosh. All right, that's your homework.
What's your homework for all this? I'm going to give you a list of movies to watch while you're
So
gone.
you can be with it in this.
Okay, please.
Yeah, so you can understand the humor of the group.
The thought
Yeah.
process.
Oh my
I
God.
love that you avoid taking on others' problems, other people's monkeys,
Yeah.
because that's like a life lesson, honestly.
Mhm.
My
Pass
cert-
the monkey back to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you keep taking on other people's problems, how are you going to solve your own?
It's important in that other people's monkeys item though to remember that if you are the supervisor or boss in that situation, that the employee has to have all the tools that they need to be successful. So if they're not set up for success and they don't have all the whatever technology, the information, that can't expect a good outcome. So that has to be like, are they set up for success? Do I think they have everything they need for success?
And that could be another way to flip it too, to say, okay, so what's the 1-3-1 rule, right? Okay, so define the problem for me, come back with 3 solutions, and then your opinion of which solution we should go with.
Yeah.
Then, say, hey, I'm going to acknowledge that maybe we don't have everything that you need. So go out there and figure out exactly what it is you need and come back with a solution, right?
Yeah.
Because then it doesn't relieve them of using their creativity to solve the problem, and it doesn't you don't just become the go-to, right?
Yeah, like in that example, the employee went and found that AI software to edit posts so that they're 90% of the way there. So it's like that could be part of it is, okay, make sure, here's the definition of done. First step, identify the tools you're going to need. If we have them all, then great. Go at it. If not, then let's talk about what you think you need.
Yeah.
Go through that.
Yeah, and the other one was like the salesman guy, where it's like he might not be good at sales or follow-up, so then he would contact somebody else that's better at that and then learn and then be a better salesman. So if he leaves that company, he's more equipped to sell. I thought that was a good tip.
Yeah, it's almost like you could say, okay, pretend I'm not here. What would you do? What would your solution be?
Yeah.
That's what Dad would do to me.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not here. What would you do? Okay, this. He's like, all right, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad would do that, but they'd come back and tell me how I did it all wrong. So.
Yeah, Steve would do that too.
I had a friend her father, oh my gosh, he dropped them off in the middle of the desert down by Cabo
Whoa.
and had them find their way back home. And it was 2 girls. And
That's Mossad type shit right there.
she was just like, you know what though? It was, we figured it out. And I'm like, how long were you going? She's like, oh, it was only like an 8-10 hour day. She's like, it wasn't that bad, but I'm sitting there going, oh my gosh, I'd be terrified.
That's crazy. Yeah. Was he like a Navy SEAL or something? Military?
I think he might have been. He was Mr. Universe
Oh, that makes sense.
for a short time. He was very narcissistic.
Awesome.
Yeah. But he also had them figure out the gas and how, traveling and do all that stuff with numbers and all that. And I can't do it. So I think that's a good skill to learn. How much money do you need to travel to California and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do bid room on the 24th or the 31st, but what do you guys think about just sticking with book club? Because we've got, I think, 4 more chapters or 5 more chapters of this book to get through before we get to move on. I'm fine if we just keep pushing through it.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you can't make it, you can't make it. If you can, you can. But I think we want to keep the momentum, get this book closed out, and then move on to something that's a little less taxing.
Yeah.
So that would be my vote. So sounds like that's
did we decide on the Matthew McConaughey book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Greenlights.
Greenlights.
Aaron, did you add the high output management by Andy Grove book reference to your list?
No.
He mentioned it. It's like, I guess because he was talking in this chapter, he's talking about how he read this high output management by Andy.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Good catch.
All right. It's now been written.
All right.
As it is written, it is done.
Awesome. All right. Well, Drew, thank you for joining.
Thank you guys for having me.
Enjoy the holidays.
Too.
And we will, well, I guess we'll see you.
We'll see you
Next week, just before the holiday. Yeah. That'll be our Christmas gift.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, guys. Dominating all you do.
See ya.